Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my Minor League Manager series for Out of the Park Baseball 25. Today we have another game, two games actually between the Seattle Arizona Complex League team and us. But first I'm going to go into the rosters. As you see here, Luis Rujano was injured last game, where he has a dead arm, so he's listed as injured. He's out for 1 to 2 weeks. Connor Hawkins did put him on the injured reserve, so that's where he'll be. He wouldn't be able to pitch anyway, so it makes sense that they would do that. So I had to fill my pitching rotation. I put Gabriel Agrizal into the starting rotation. So coming up, um, when that opportunity arrives, or when his spot in the rotation comes up, he'll be pitching most likely, unless Rujano comes back. But he is in the starting rotation, but he's not starting today. We're going to have Will Sanders, who already pitched in Game 1 of the season. He's going for his second start of the year. He'll be going against Kendall Meza for the Seattle team, who has not pitched at all this year. We're going to get right into this one. Going to go with, we're going to change up the lineups here. I want Jonathan Long back in there. I should probably just put him into the normal starting rotation, just because he's the guy I want to be playing first base, but I keep forgetting to do it. Not a big deal, as he's still going to get the start, and I change his lineups and go through the lineups every game anyways. And then I'm sure at some point I should give Drew pass because those are good potential and good power stuff, but he is not really doing what I need. Actually, what I'm going to do, Jonathan Long's listed as a better first baseman. I'm going to put Bowser in at third because Jose Escobar hasn't played well, and now just looking at Drew Bowser, he actually has okay third base stats. He's going to play third base for us today. Need to make a memorization of that, but that's one of the lineup changes we're going to make. Carrico will be, I'm going to DH him. And then I want to have Diaz back at catcher. I feel like he's been pretty good at that position. He sat out last game due to fatigue. Trice, there we go. This is my lineup right now. I probably want to change. I want to put Espinoza back in at short and let him play today, just because his numbers are probably decent on defense. He has at least a positive win above replacement. Usually indicates he's playing decent defense. So I'm going to have him play short just to at least have that going for us. And then Olivo. I'm going to have Mazza start for us here at second again. Just to. We haven't really had anyone play great at second, but I feel like he's just been a hair better. So that's what I'm going to do with that position. Mule's still going to play center. Rosario and right. We'll keep everything else the same. I want Bowser with his power potential to move up in the lineup. I know he hasn't hit yet. It's early. He's only had 9 at-bats. All right, we're going to get this thing going. So the Seattle Mariners Arizona Complex League against us. Batting first for them, Johnny Farmello. Has pretty good numbers there. 50 contact, 55 power. Again, these stats are adjusted to this level. So he's not that level of talent against major league players, but against this league and this level, those are the numbers. Just something to keep known. In his first couple of games, he's been really, really good. Let's see if we can keep him at bay today. 2 balls, 2 strikes to him. And he's going to hit one to center field, hits it hard. It's going to be an extra base hit to lead off the game for the Seattle team. So the guy who's been playing well stays hot. Ricardo Cova up at the plate. He has been not as good with that 644 OPS. Will Sanders, no balls, 2 strikes, will strike him out. Ty Pete, very good power potential, not great on the contact, but he's done well so far. His average is 143, OBP 400. Again, early season stuff, but that's what he is. Lefty versus righty. This is a 1-2 pitch, and he will strike out swinging. Jacob Sharp, again, good stats. Again, a guy who's hit really, really well. Seems like a pretty good lineup so far, at least the top 4 hitters. Unsure what their entire lineup is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's going to ground up the middle, and it's going to be an infield single. Jared Belbin now in with runners on first and third. Would love to get this out. Good stats there for him. Not hitting as well so far this year, but still, again, early. I'm going to keep emphasizing early, early, early in the season, and it's not a very long season, and we're at a very low level anyways. But here we go. Will Sanders, he struck out 2. He's trying to get out of this inning with no runs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he will get him to strike out swinging, and the Cubs do get out of the inning. So good start there, or at least good to work out of the somewhat troublesome situation. So Luis Mazza's up at the plate. Most of this lineup has not hit very well, but that hasn't kept us from winning as we are 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to him, and he's going to take no, he's going to strike out swinging. I thought that was ball 4. He checked his swing, but the ref said he did go around. So we strike out to start the game. Good at bat, though, to at least work the pitcher a little bit. Ludwig Espinoza, 1 ball, 1 strike to him. He will single up the middle, so we have a base runner on our half of the first. Jonathan Long has been our guy so far this year. As you look at his numbers in the bottom right-hand corner here, 1.365 OPS. He's got a homer, 3 RBI, 375 average, just 8 at bats, so not much, but he's doing damage. He's also walked a bunch too, which doesn't show here. But take my word for it, or watch the previous videos, since I'm the only one who has done so. At least the previous video. Watch the videos, you'll see he draws some walks. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and he's going to fly to right field for an out. 2 outs here for Michael Carrico, who's probably our best rated player on the team, and he's also got 2 bombs so far to start the season. He's going to take the 0-2 pitch and strike out swinging, so we do not score. Carlos Gonzalez hits now for Seattle. 2 balls, no strikes to him. And he takes the first pitch and drives it deep to center, and that will go. And Seattle takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Sebastian De Andi comes to the plate now. Let's see if Sanders can handle the adversity after allowing a homer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he will allow a single to right. So far, not a great inning for Sanders. Gustavo Beltran now at the plate. We go double play depth, 2 balls, 1 strikes to him. He, I think, bunts it, and they're going to get the out, but the runner does advance. I wasn't clear if it was a bunt or if it was just, and I must have clicked ahead. Not sure if that was a bunt, not sure if it was a sacrifice for him. We'll look at his stats real quick to see if it gives us an idea. Yeah, that was a bunt. So a good sacrifice bunt for them. Gene C. Gutierrez at the plate now. They just need a hit in one of these 2 outs, and they get another run most likely, although nobody seems to score from second in this league, so maybe not. He strikes out swinging. Formello comes to the plate for his second at bat. He is 1 for 1 with that double to start the game. And he takes the first pitch and hammers one deep to right. And this guy's red hot, and he homers, and they take a 3-0 lead. Maybe I should have pitched around him. I'm not sure. It's early in this game, but Sanders is definitely struggling so far in this game. No balls, 2 strikes to Kova. He strikes out the ending inning, but we are down early. And with a struggling offense, not ideal. Drew Bowser gets his first at bat since the first series of the season, and he grounds to third for an out. Diaz at the plate. He's got 2 homers this year, so he's played pretty well. He takes the 1-2 pitch and strikes out swinging. Carter Trice, 2 balls, 1 strike, and he will hit one hard to left for an out. So our offense continues to struggle a little bit, and considering the way the Mariners are playing today, we need to get that going fast. 2 balls, 2 strikes single. Jacob Sharp now up. Double play depth, 1 ball, no strike. He is going to single as well. I think it's time to get someone going in the bullpen because Sanders does not seem to have it today. We're going to get somebody up, somebody with a little bit of distance ability, a little bit of stamina. Maybe just someone who hasn't pitched yet this year. I'm not sure. Kevin Camacho hasn't pitched. I'm going to warm him up because it's early in this game. Not the start that we wanted for sure from Sanders. I'm going to visit the mound. It'll also help get Camacho warm faster. 1 ball, 1 strike. And they're going to try to steal third, and we will get him out. So that's a good play there. Let's see if we can get the double play. There's hit to second, go over the first. So the runner does advance, but we only get 1 out. So this is a big opportunity for Sanders to keep this as a 3-run game. They're going to swing at the first pitch, and it'll be a grounder to third, and we throw to first to end the inning. So the bullpen getting up did seem to light a fire under Sanders, and he was able to get out of the inning. I'm going to sit him down so he doesn't get tired, because I'll probably still go with Sanders next inning, but we'll see how things go. Mule now up. He looks like he's going to swing at the first pitch, and he's going to drive one deep to left field, and he's going to go yard and hit his first homer of the year. That's 3-1. It'd be nice to get one of those guys on base, and there's some fireworks across the screen. Everything's exciting. Looks like the natural out there is Nazir Mule hits a home run and makes this a 3-1 game. Alfonso Rosario takes a 2-2 pitch, and he strikes out. Mazza, he'll swing at the first pitch. He's going to fly to center and caught. Espinoza, 3-1 pitch. Maybe he can get on. He does. He draws a walk. So the tying run at the plate, and it's Jonathan Long who can certainly hit one out. And he will not do that. He's going to ground. Actually, he's going to hit a base hit to left field or to right field. And so first and second with nobody out or with 2 outs. Malcolm Carrico up, our most dangerous hitter. Let's see if we can get back in this game. 1 ball, no strikes. He drives one to right field. It's going to get down. Is it going to score the run? No, because they hold him up. And again, a runner does not score from second. I don't know if it's just a lack of aggressiveness. I don't know if the base running's not good enough. I don't know why guys are not scoring from second very often in this league, but it certainly is a thing that keeps happening. Drew Bowser's up. Let's see if he can at least do a little bit of damage here and get us back in this game. He takes the 1-0 pitch, and he grounds to second to end the inning. I kind of wish we would have sent him from second and tried to score, but unfortunately we don't, and we do not get the run. So we go to the top of the 4th. DeAndre hits a pop fly to second, it looks like, and that'll be an out. Gustavo Beltran, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He did bunt earlier. Confirmation that that was a bunt. He flies to center field. Gutierrez, 3-2 count, and he walks. Farmelo's up. This is not the guy we want to face as he's absolutely scalding hot, but I can't put him on either. He draws a walk too. Gonna get the bullpen back going because this has just not been our day pitching-wise so far. I'm going to do Camacho again. And I hit the wrong button. Kevin Camacho will warm up. Excuse me. Let's see if we can at least keep them from scoring. Good job by Sanders to get out of the inning. I think it's going to be his last inning. He's at 80 pitches. And he just hasn't pitched great today. I think I'm going to throw Camacho out there next inning. Hopefully it's with a at least tie game, but I don't know. There's Diaz. He strikes out. Trice 3-0 pitch. He does walk. Mule, who actually has the homer today, it'd be nice if he could get a second one. He's going to swing at the first pitch. He's going to hit it hard to center, but this one will be caught somewhat deep, but not deep enough to do any damage. Rosario also swinging at the first pitch, and he will hit a base hit to right. It does go past the second baseman, so we are still alive at this inning, and the lineup does flip over for Mazza. Mazza also swinging at the first pitch. He's going to hit a fly ball to right field. That's an out to end the inning. We go to the 5th. Camacho's going to come in. Sanders did kind of clean up a little bit, but I wouldn't say he pitched well. I mean, we're not even he only pitched 4 innings, allowed 3 runs. Could have been better. Could have been way worse, but could have been better for sure. The 1-0 pitch to Pete gets a grounder to second, and the play is made. Sharp, he's 2 for 2 on the day. Both has singles, and he might get his 3rd hit. No, I think this one's going to be caught, and it is. So good pitching so far from Camacho. 1 ball, 2 strike to Belbin, and he strikes him out. I might actually go with Camacho for 1 more inning because we are still in the middle innings because he pitched great. Espinoza, let's see if we can kind of get a little bit of a rally going here. He's going to hit one to right. That will be caught. Long, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Draws ball 4, so the tying run to the plate again. Let's see if we can do any damage. Carrico, 3-2. He walks, so we're getting our walks. We did that well last game and got us back into a game we were losing 2-0. Hopefully we can come through with some damage. This man's name is Williams Rodriguez. Not 100% sure on the pronunciation of that first name with the U, but it looks like Williams. Um, Bowser at the plate. Hopefully he can get something going. 3-2 pitch to him. Strike three. Diaz, 1-1 pitch. Grounds to short, and we do not score. So we move on to the sixth. Carlos Gonzalez, 3-2 pitch. Will draw the walk. Going to go double play depth. 1-2 pitch. He strikes him out. Gustavo Beltran. Going to swing at the first pitch. He's going to rocket one to right field. That is going to go to the wall. That's going to be extra bases for them. And they're going to stop there. It's going to be second and third with one out. Time to get somebody else in the pen because there is more opportunities for damage. Going to go with somebody who's pitched well because we need to get out of this inning and we need to keep this game close if we're going to have a shot at winning it. I'm going to go with Pineda because I need the 24-year-old has a little bit of experience. Hopefully by the time it gets to him, this game's still here. But if not, he'll have to kind of mop up the game a little bit. Going to do a mound visit. Not sure if I should bring the infield in because a base hit could score two. So I'm going to leave him as is. We'll give up the out or the run for the out. And they're going to swing at the first pitch. They're going to hit one into right field. Is it deep enough to score? Here comes the throw. It is not because the base running is absolutely not aggressive right now in this league. You have Farmello up. I'm not even going to bother with this guy. I'm going to put him on. So bases are loaded. Pineda is not ready to pitch, so Camacho has to get out of this himself. He's got Kova up, who has not gotten a hit today, so hopefully things work out. 3-1 pitch. He hits a base hit down the left field line. That's going to score at least two. Here comes one to score, and it is 5-1. So could not get out of the inning. Pineda is still not ready to pitch, so we'll go to Pete. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He lines one to right. Another run's going to score. And this game's getting away from us. It's 6-1. Time to change pitchers now, finally. Jason Pineda's in. He is greeted with a line drive to short. So we're down 5 with an offense that just has not been good. It's not looking great for us today. But there are still a few innings left. So Trice at the plate, 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4, he does walk. Mule, 2-0 count. Hitter's advantage, doesn't take advantage. There's an out. Rosario, 1 ball, 2 strike. He singles up the middle, so we got a little bit something going here, but we need to get some of these runs in. We can't just have them on base. We actually have to cash in and score some runs. And Mazza hits one hard to first. That's going to be a double play to end the inning. As I said, we can't just keep getting singles and walks. We have to hit something for power and drive in some of these runs to have a shot. Going to keep Pineda in, trying to kill some innings at this point. And we do allow a pop-up to Belvin. Gonzalez, the 1-2 pitch, will strike out. And DeAndre, 1-2 pitch, will also strike out. So good job from Pineda to clean up and get out of this inning. And yeah, not necessarily something I'm overly excited about, but good job from him. Landon Ginn, I'm going to put in. I don't believe he's pitched yet this year. He is not. He does have some experience in Myrtle Beach, so a little bit of experience with him, but we're going to go with that. Espinoza, 1-2 pitch here, will ground to second. Long, 3-2 pitch. He's going to single up the middle, but it's just another single, so it's nice to have the base runners, but it's not anything to really get overly excited about. Carrico strikes out swinging. Bowser, he's going to hit one hard to right center. That's going to go all the way to the wall. So there's going to be an extra base hit. Is it going to score a run and at least makes this a 6-2 game? I think it is. Bowser's actually going to get to third. It is going to be a triple, so the run does score. It's 6-2, the first extra base hit of the year for Bowser. So that's a good thing. 1-2 pitch now to Diaz, and he hits one hard to right center. but that one's caught, so we only get the one. We move to the 8th. Time to bring in Ginn. Ginn. Gustavo Beltran at the plate. First pitch will be grounded to second. Out is made. One out. Gutierrez 2-2 pitch. Strikes him out. For Marlowe, we're going to pitch to him. Nobody's on base. He's just been ridiculous, but he does strike out here. So good job from Ginn to get out of that inning. I'll get somebody else up just to kind of get somebody else some work. I don't think this Vince Riley's pitched. I don't recognize him. Going to warm him up. And yeah, he has not pitched this year either. So he'll get into the game in the 9th unless things get weird and we get back into it. Tyler Cleveland is in to pitch for them. A good control pitcher, but not a lot of other stats here. But that's probably what they want. They want someone who can just come out there and throw some strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trice. He hits one to right field. Caught. Nazir Mule. 0-1 pitch to him. Pops up to center. That'll be out number 2. And we're not doing too much to make them nervous here. Rosario has played well today. He will not have a 2 for he'll have a 2 for 4 day instead of a 3 for 4 day. Gonna bring in Riley, top of the 9th. Keep this somewhat approachable, but it's still not very likely. 1 ball, 2 strike here. Strikes him out. Ty Pete will get hit by the pitch. So they have another base runner. Just all in all, not the best day. There is a grounder to first. There's a nice play. So we do get the out, but the runner does advance. The 1-2 pitch to Belbin strikes out swinging. So it is still a 6-2 game, but we have to score 4 runs to tie. Christian Cardozo comes in for them. On the first pitch, Mazza, instead of working the count down 4, decides he's going to swing at the first pitch and fly to right. So that's just brilliant. Espinoza also is going to swing at the first pitch. Not a lot of battling here. At least that is a base hit, though. So nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to swing at the first pitch down 4, you better get a hit. And Espinoza at least does. Long, 1 ball, no strike. Is going to get a hold of one to right. And that one's going to go. So 6-4. A home run from Jonathan Long. Down 2 runs. Elijah Dale's going to come in. This game is a little bit more approachable for us. But let's see if it's too little too late. 1 ball, no strikes to Carrico, and he hits one hard, but caught. Bowser is our last hope. 3 ball, 2 strike to him, and he will ground to short. The Mariners will win Game 1 of the series. A little bit of a good fight at the end, but just not good enough. Ultimately, Sanders did not pitch well, and that was our undoing. 7 hits, 2 walks. Did have 6 strikeouts, but just wasn't good enough. 3 runs earned. It's just, yeah, that was the difference in this one. So we leave this game. We're going to be a 500 team. 1 more game left in the series. And we will go into the next one. I'm going to look at the notes here. Their pitcher's done for the season. What I'm going to do real quick is actually make a couple changes. I want Espinoza to be my everyday shortstop for now, because I think I like his defense. I don't think he's played really, really well. Gonna put him in there. Second base, I'm not sure what I want to do with that position yet. I'll probably keep Olivo back in because I don't think Maz has necessarily earned it. Diaz is my everyday catcher. Carrico is going to be my DH. And I make these changes typically before the game anyways, but I just want to kind of put them in place so I remind myself to do so. And Long, I want to be a first baseman. And he's going to be my everyday first baseman. Bowser, I want to play because I like those stats. He's going to be my everyday third baseman now. And I think he's better at that position, and I think Long is better at first. And based off the scouting, that kind of holds up. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with for now. And I'll, of course, make these changes in game 2, but this at least kind of reminds me to do so. We'll go back to the game. Game 2, Seattle's first win of the year. Dylan Wilson pitches for them, and he did pitch very poorly in his first game. Gabriel Agrizal is going to go for us. He's the guy I used to replace our injured pitcher. In theory, this is a game that should work out good for us, but I mean, we're kind of even. Who knows? It would be nice to get this win and at least split the series. This is a guy whose stats aren't as great as our guy, sort of, and I would just like to get this win. Everything's kind of the way I wanted, except for I would like to put Carrico up into the lineup a little bit deeper. I like this here. I would like somebody else different to lead off the game. I'm not really sure who I want. I kind of like Carter Trice up there. I'm going to put him up there to lead off the game because whoever's been doing it is not getting the job done. Melendez. I'm actually going to play Olivo at second. And hopefully we can get the bats going a little bit. We did a little bit at the end, but it was still the kind of the usual suspects. Johnny Firmino pitches, hits first for him. This guy has been ridiculously good. He takes a 3-1 pitch and walks. Double play depth, 1 ball, 1 strike, and they try to bunt and do not succeed, but they do ground to first, so it's pretty much like a bunt. Ty Pete, 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. He will strike out. And Carlos Gonzalez, 1-0 pitch, will destroy one. And that ball is going to go. And Seattle leads this game 2-0. Carlos Gonzalez crushes one 443 feet. And not a good start to this one. 1 ball, 2 strike to Belvin. He does strike out. So we're down already. We've been down most of the series. It has not been a pleasant one so far. Trice will lead off with a hit by pitch. Espinoza will take the 3-2 count, and he'll strike out. Jonathan Long, 0-2 count, strikes out. Carrico, 1-2 count, strikes out. Too much of that happening, and we do not score. Sebastian DeAndy, he'll swing at the first pitch, and he will ground to first. Gustavo Beltran, 3-2 pitch to him. He'll walk. So far, another disappointing performance from a starting pitcher, at least early on, although he can still kind of work out of it. The 1-2 pitch is they actually try to steal and he gets thrown out. Diaz has been really good throwing out base stealers, so that's kind of a nice little tool to have if that can continue. The 3-2 count, I forgot to take the double play off. That wouldn't have mattered there anyways, as they line the ball to the right center field gap. So a double with 2 outs and they'll have a chance to score. Walter Ford, who we did not face last game, is up. 1-2 count, swing and a miss, strike 3. So we do get out of the inning without allowing any further runs, but our starting pitching is just not as locked in today as you'd like. Bowser takes the first pitch and he hammers it to left field, and it's gone. His first homer of the year. He has made this a 2-1 game, and hopefully that'll get us going offensively. Christian Olivo, 0-2 pitch to him, will strike out. Mule, 0-2 pitch to him. Actually, he's going to get hit by a pitch, so that kind of bails us out a little bit. Let's see if Diaz can put some more pressure on this pitcher, and he takes a 1-2 pitch and strikes out. 5 strikeouts for Dylan Wilson for us so far versus us. 3-1 pitch, and Rosario will walk. Trice, who did get hit by a pitch to start the game, will take the 0-2 pitch, and he at least makes contact, but it'll ground to third to end the inning. Farmelo's up. Kind of just assume he's going to get on, or instead he'll get hit by a pitch. We have 3 hit by pitches this game. We're in the 3rd inning. Can't get that guy out. This is going to be a bunt. They're going to bunt successfully, and they're going to have 2 shots at scoring the run. Pete's going to do that successfully as he hits one hard to left center field. It's going to be a double. It's going to score the run. We're down 3-1. It's actually going to be a triple. So we keep digging ourselves holes this game. Ty Pete with another extra base hit, and we have to get stuff done. We're going to do 3-0 count. Gonzalez walks, and now Agrizal is not pitching very, very well. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, 3 balls, no strikes. We're going to walk again. So we throw 8 straight balls. Time to get the bullpen up and going again. This has not been a good performance by my bullpen, or by my starting pitching. Manuel Madera, I'm going to put him in, get him warmed up. We need a double play ball. Let's see what we can do. 2 balls, 1 strikes. And hit to the pitcher. He's going to go to the plate. And that is a double play. Oh, that's a big play there. Home to first double play. Keeps us in this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Espinoza. He draws the leadoff walk. Long, 3 balls, 2 strikes to him. He walks. So Wilson, been pretty nasty, but not very accurate. He's got 2 hit by pitches and 3 walks. Carrico will make contact, at least on the 0-2 pitch, but it's going to be a pop-up third. And they're going to drop the ball, so he stays alive. Let's see if we can take advantage. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carrico. He does take advantage. He gets a base hit up the middle. The bases are loaded. Nobody scores. And we have a chance to do a lot of damage. Bowser up. He did homer early in this game. Bases loaded. Nobody out. 2 ball, 2 strikes. Strikes out. Olivo, 1 ball, no strike. He hits one hard to right center. That ball's going to go to the wall. It's going to score at least 2. Here comes the throw in. Olivo, I think, is going to third. And that's a bases clearing triple. And the Cubs take a 4-3 lead. A huge extra base hit for Olivo to turn this game around. The next pitch is another hit by pitch. Meals on first, so first and third with 1 out. Diaz, 3-2 pitch. He draws a walk. And Wilson is just completely wild now. No balls, 2 strikes to Rosario, and he strikes him out. Carter Trice, can we add on? 2 balls, 2 strikes. He strikes out. So what a wacky inning that is. Strikeouts, hit by pitches, extra base hits. And at the end of it, though, we do take a 4-3 lead. The first pitch up there to Beltran strikes him out swinging. Gutierrez, 1 ball, no strikes. He is going to hit one to center, and it is going to be caught. Ford, 0-2 pitch, is going to hit one into center field for a base hit. For Marlowe, they're absolutely scalding hot player. 3 balls, 2 strikes to him. He actually strikes out swinging, so a good job to get out of the inning. We now lead this thing. Ernie Day is into pitch. I'm going to actually get a different guy up in the bullpen because I want somebody with a little more success. Marino, I'm going to pitch later. Moore has actually done pretty well. I'm going to pitch him this inning. Marino, I'm probably going to go later innings guy. Ludwig Espinoza up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if we can add on. He's going to hit one hard to left field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. So that's going to be extra base hits, at least 2. And we have a leadoff double. Long, 0-1 pitch, and he's going to crank one deep to left. Jonathan Long has been great for us so far. He hits a 2-run homer, and we have turned this into a 6-3 lead. A bomb by Jonathan Long. Carrico, 0-2 pitch. He strikes out again. Bowser, let's see if he can keep it going. 3-2 to him. He strikes out. Olivo, he had the big hit last inning that gave us the lead, but this time he will ground to third. So it's going to be another error. So that's 2 errors on the game for them. I think both by Beltran, actually. Mule, 2-2 pitch here. He strikes out swinging. So we move on to the 5th. Going to put in more because the pitch count's starting to get a little high. 0-1 pitch to him, and they're going to get themselves, I think it's going to be an extra base hit themselves. So not the greatest pitching performance. Unless we can work our way out of this, that would be great. Ty Pete takes the 2-2 pitch, and he strikes out. Carlos Gonzalez, 1-0 pitch. He grounds to short, throw to first in time. Belvin, well, that's actually going to be a attempt at, it was almost a wild pitch, but Diaz actually blocked it. 2-1 pitch. Flies to left, and we make the catch. So we do work around the leadoff double. That's good stuff right there. I'm going to do Martinez Gomez up next. I think Moreno's been one of our better relief pitchers, so I want to save him for later. Diaz, 0-2 pitch. He grounds to short. That'll be an out. 0-2 pitch to Rosario. Strikes him out. Connor Trice, 3-1 pitch. He will walk. Espinoza, 1-2 pitch. He strikes out. We'll move on. I'm going to let Moore actually see if he can get 2 innings. First pitch is going to be a grounder to third. That's going to be an out. 2-1 pitch to Beltran. Grounds to short. That'll be an out. 1-0 pitch here. Gutierrez, he grounds to first. So good job. 2 innings there by Moore. Grayson Moore. Going to have Luis Martinez Gomez ready to go. Next inning, I can't replace him at bat. I was kind of hoping to just have him ready to go, but it doesn't matter. Jonathan Long, who's been red hot himself, 3 balls, 2 strikes to him. He's going to hit one to the right side. I think it's going to get through for a hit, and it does. So another base hit for Long. Carrico, he'll swing at the first pitch, and he hits one hard, but a nice catch by the second baseman, Pete. So it is an out. Bowser, he will ground to short. 1-2 double play. We're going to the 7th. Going to bring in Martinez Gomez here. We're in the top of the 7th. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ford. Strikes him out. For Mello, let's see if we can finally get this guy out. 0 balls, 2 strikes. He strikes him out. Actually, we struck him out the previous time. So 2 times in a row, we've actually struck him out. Kova will draw a walk. Pete, 2-1 pitch. He grounds to short. So we get out of another one without any run scoring. I'm going to get Marino up now. Kind of been using him as I kind of think I'm going to use him as a setup man, unless obviously that isn't working out for us. But he's going to get up in the pen. Olivo, 0-2 pitch. He lines one to center, so a pretty good game for Olivo. Maybe he's going to come back to that second base position to be my everyday guy. Ernie Day is actually getting really tired, and he's still out there. So we've gotten to him a bit, and they're going to balk. So the 2-2 pitch actually ends up being a balk. So there is further opportunity for us. 3-1 count now, but it is a strikeout. Sebastian DeAndre, 1-2 pitch. He strikes out as well. And actually, Brandon Carmichael's coming into the game to pitch for them. I'm sorry, I forgot to point that out. He is a lefty. And Rosario will swing on the first pitch, and he will single. Will this score a run? Here we go. No, it will not, because singles do not score guys from second. Carter Trice, 2-2. And he hits one hard to left center. That's going to get down. That's going to be extra bases. So 1 run will score for sure. Here comes that run. And we still don't get that extra base, but a run scores, making it 7-3. Espinoza can really give us a nice lead. The 3-2 pitch, he walks, and we got our red-hot Jonathan Long at the plate. A really big chance to end this game, but he will strike out swinging. So we move to the 8th. Game's not over, but we are in a very advantageous position. 1 ball, 1 strike to him. He rips one to right center as I put Marino in. A good effort in center field, but the catch will not be made. So that is a lead-off double for Carlos Gonzalez, who's played really well today. 3 balls, no strikes. We walk them, so they get something going here. First and second, nobody out. Marino has got to get it going. 0 ball, 2 strikes. He does strike out the next batter. Beltran now up. Double play depth again. 0-2, he's going to hit him. So the time run to the plate, and they actually injured the hitter. So Jacob Sharp is in to run. Oh, that's frustrating. Marino not pitching very, very well. I'm going to get Ortega up in the pen, and I'm going to go Daniel Brown because I like him as a lefty as well. But Moreno's going to have to work out of this himself because those guys are cold. 0-2 pitch. This time strikes him out. Let's see if we can get out of this thing. 3-1 count, and he will walk in a run. So if they hit a home run, we're actually losing this game. We have got to get the next out. 0-1 pitch, and he hits one hard to center, and that's a base hit as well. So 7-5. Marino is not pitching the way I was hoping he would. We're probably going to have to go to the bullpen, but the problem is Daniel Brown, the lefty, is the only one who's ready to go. And I don't, quite frankly, want him to be the guy to pitch. So I don't want him to go against the righty. So Marino, I have to work him out of this. Hopefully he can get the out. If not, hopefully Ortega's ready. Here's the pitch. 3 balls, no strikes, and he walks in a run. So we are not getting out of this inning. I'm going to have to go with Brown because it's going to be lefty on lefty. Daniel Brown into pitch. It's now a 7-6 game. 0-2 pitch. He strikes him out, so the tying run is left on base, but it is a much tighter game than we wanted it to be. Going to get Gonzalez up, our closer. He's going to come in with a clean inning. Brown did do his job getting the lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Carrico. He's going to ground to second. That'll be an out. Bowser, 3-2 pitch. He pummels another one deep to left center, and that will go. That is a home run. It's his second home run on the year, and it is 8-6 as Bowser absolutely destroys that one. It's actually his second home run of the game. So he's starting to get things going, and that gives us a much more powerful lineup. So 8-6, a nice insurance run after that tough inning for Marino. Olivo does strike out. Meal 0-2 count. He will also strike out, but it is 8-6. Gonna put Gonzalez in, Angel Gonzalez, and hopefully we can get ourselves a save. 3-2 pitch here. Here we go. And a leadoff walk. So not a great start there. Belbin's up, 2-1 pitch. Grounder to second, and it's going to be an error for Olivo. So we are leaving the door wide open. Wide open. Gonna do a mound visit. Hopefully I can call him down. 3-2 pitch, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Bryant Mendez will now pinch hit for them. 3-2 pitch, and we walk another one. This is absolutely atrocious. 0-2 count. Strikes him out. Let's see if we can get a double play and get out of this game. It's 8-7. We need a double play now. 0-2 pitch. Strikes him out, so we still have a shot. Okay. But the red hot Johnny Farmalo up. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put him. This is getting anxiety provoking. 1 ball, no strike, and the ball gets away from the catcher. We are tied. Awful. 3 balls, 1 strike, and now we walk him. Gonzalez is also fatigued. I don't even know what to do. I guess we're going to bring up, get our bullpen going. Ortega, he was ready to go before. He's not now. We have to get the out, or else this game is problematic. No balls, 2 strikes. He does strike him out, but we've completely blown the lead. An absolutely atrocious performance by our back end or our bullpen. So that's great. Hopefully we can get the 1 run and walk this thing off. Jairo Diaz at the plate. 0 ball, 1 strikes. And he just crushed one deep to left field. Diaz ends this. It is a walk-off home run and saves the day. A frustrating performance by our bullpen. A starting pitcher that's been so good ends in a victory, and the Chicago Cubs of the Arizona Complex League split this series. Oh my goodness, what a frightening game that was. Frustrating on many levels, but Diaz comes through the catcher and he homers. And as the play-by-play says, this place is lit. So fantastic. We win the game. A 1-1 series split with the Seattle Mariners. Oh boy. Just absolutely atrocious pitching by our bullpen, but Agrizal's actually, let me see. We're going to have, yes, there's Gonzalez. He's actually 2-0 on the season despite the blown save. He walks 4 batters in the inning. He's got 2 blown saves. He's not my closer anymore. I can tell you that right now. But he does come through and gets the job done. Also, somehow doesn't have any earned runs allowed. That's ridiculous. But he's not been pitching very, very well. But we do win the game. And that's all I can say about that. So we'll move on to the next one. That won't be today. Unfortunately, if we do lose a few games, we're actually going to sim ahead to the 17th because that's when our next game is. I'll do that right now. And then we'll save, and I'll give you an idea on where the major standings are after this, too. But a weird block of days off for us. We get a message. We have received 3 players, so that's interesting, from the Dominican League. So we got 3 players coming up to us. See what that how that goes. We lose a pitcher. Well, Ronnie Lopez is actually been released, so Ronnie Lopez is no longer on this team. He did actually pitch okay in the one performance for us, but Ronnie Lopez has been released for us. Hey, Alexander Canario hitting 3 home runs for our Iowa Cubs. That's good for him. Just going through the notes, nothing really else of notice. We're going to go to the standings. We're a game and a half behind the Guardians, although they have 3 games in hand because we just had a decent amount of time off. We're here a game and a half out of the wild card. Same situation with the Padres team. We need to win, obviously, one of those to make the playoffs. We'll see how that ends up going. Angel Gonzalez actually leads the league in wins because of the 2 blown saves where we actually come through. And Jonathan Long leading in batting average and OBP, so that's kind of fun. Excuse me. We'll go to the one last thing here and then we'll be all set for this video. I just want to take a look at the Major League standings. And there you have it. Our Cubs are a half game out of first. The Cardinals are in first place. Our parent team, the Cubs. Cubs are actually in a wild card spot, as are the Colorado Rockies, and it looks like Washington Nationals. And anything majorly surprising here? The Mariners are playing really, really well out west. 6.5 game lead. These are your 3 wild card teams. Nothing too surprising here. The Nationals actually are a surprising wild card team now that I think about it. Dodgers lead the division. Phillies lead the division. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Diamondbacks are bad. White Sox are bad, but not historically bad like they were in real life. The Red Sox look absolutely terrible, and the Angels are terrible. So, and the Mets. Oh, the New York Mets being bad is actually a pretty big surprise considering they lost in the NLCS this year. So that's probably your biggest surprise. Marlins actually kind of hanging in at 23 and 22. Still early in the season, so nothing majorly alarming, but that's just kind of where the way the Major League looks right now. Other than that, we got our next game coming up against, I believe it's the Angels, not the Dodgers. We'll go back to our schedule. See if we can get on a little win streak and start to maybe put ourselves in position for a playoff spot since the season is so short. Yep, we do face the Angels. We're actually going to have Will Sanders going again. We're going to go back to him because he's going to be rested after the long stretch. We'll see where we are in the season as well. About halfway through the month, and as you see here, June, this is actually the last month of the season, so that's how we'll close out the year. But as of right now, that will end it for this one. I thank you if you made it all the way through. Subscribe and like if you would like to watch the next video. That will be up sometime shortly. It'll be a 3-game set against the Angels. Other than that, I appreciate it. Thank you.